Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to my latest video. Today we're going to go over some things to do with parsing, so that way you can see what healers are doing and what DPS is doing and what the mobs are doing. This is going to be a very brief overview. There's so much to this program, especially after all these years, and it's actually across multiple games. But we're just going to go over the very basics just to get you started, just so you can see how you're doing compared to other people. Just a few housekeeping things, since this is my channel and I get to talk about whatever I want before I give you guys the glorious, glorious information that you so crave. There's been some questions and some comments, so I'm just going to go over some things. One thing is, I'm actually part of the Nameless Chaos community, which was started from the guild Antonica's Nameless. Now, we're a EverQuest 2 guild. We started on Unrest like almost 15 years ago. In fact, this year we're having our 15-year anniversary meetup, and it's going to be in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, in the middle of June, and we're really looking forward to that. This is really exciting. Um, for this newest TLE server, Kaladim, we have teamed up with another community called Reavers, and we have actually joined up with them and having a really good time. Their community spans many games, and they have tons of people, and they're really great guys over there. The Nameless Chaos community, really great guys over there. We got some people in different games, but yeah, we've kind of joined up for this last TLE, and we've gotten so many new people, and there's just so many people to try and even keep track of. And now, even with these YouTube videos coming up, I've even got some of you guys coming to join me, and that's actually been really amazing. I've never thought that would be a thing where you guys would watch my videos and actually come join me in game. That's like, it's mind blowing. Like nobody pays me for these videos. I don't get any ad revenue. I'm small time, but it's really cool to actually get to interact with you guys. So keep the comments coming. Keep the questions coming. You can find me in Discord, Twitter. Post down in the comments. I actually really enjoy seeing what you guys have to say and getting into discussions and answering questions and stuff like that. But yeah, so if you're looking for us in EverQuest 2, we're in the Reavers Guild. If you're looking for us, it's just our community. Join the Nameless Chaos Discord and join us in whatever game that we are playing, and you can come hang out with us. All right, so I will have a link in the description where you can go download ACT. There's some quick startup wizard that pops up when you install it. If somehow you messed it up, on the options tab, you just click show startup wizard. It says it will assist you in, because this will actually do many games. I don't know if you guys can't see that. Oh man. Let's see if I can figure out how to show it to you guys. I'm really new to this whole recording thing. All right. You had no idea what I went through to make this happen for you guys. Oh my goodness. The amount of settings that had to be changed just so I could show you all the things. You're welcome. Alright, so like I was saying, you click on the show startup window wizard, and this window will pop up. We just go right through the step by step here. You guys probably won't get this if you are installing it fresh. But for you guys, you could click this button, it will download all of the parse games that it can parse log files, and you want to scroll down to where it says EQ2 English parsing. Click use this plugin. I hope it doesn't mess up because I already have it. Oh, look at that. It's added and started. Alright, will AC? Yes, it will. And then you go and find it. Let's see if I can find it really quick in the games. Don't look at... Oh, Warcraft 3. Okay. Synergy. Alright, because I'm already in game and I've already set that up. I suggest unchecking this because it will... I think there is a memory leak problem with that. So I just click uncheck the auto load, and then you just gotta make sure you change it every time you change characters. Auto version check. I don't like anything that's automatic. This is very important. If you don't do this, your log files will get into the gigs. I can promise you that happens, as I have multiple gigs of log files from over the years. Alright, so if you're in game and you don't see this little bit showing who you are, where see how it keeps changing every time something happens. If you notice, like if I cast this, it'll actually like change, and depending on what's going on. So if that isn't your character's name, then there's a couple things you need to check. One is in game, you need to type in /log, and it should show you. So it would say something like, if I scroll down, logging is now off. You type in /log again, you want it to be on. So make sure you guys have your log files on and going. Click open log, and then you click the person you want to click. Alright, so once you've done that, and you've gone through and you've killed some stuff, you'll actually be able to import a log file. I'm going to have to edit this later. Let's see, beginning of file to the end of file. Select file, Sinergy. Alright. So this is actually going to import all of the things that I have done. You guys will be able to do this in real time as you're logging, but this is a way to go back over old logs, which is actually very cool. Alright, so we have all the things that I've done, which as you can see is clearly too much. Okay, once you've imported your log, or as you're going through, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of different zones that you might have been to. This just happens to be the one that I did for our drunken raid on 4-5, which was not too long ago. What was that? Like 4 days ago as of recording this video. So you can see all the different people, all their DPS. You can see that I'm way down here. I'm pretty much stuck DPS. I haven't gotten any of my masters yet at all. But if we expand upon this, we can actually see every single person. Like we can go to Quip and see how Quip is doing. Outgoing damage. This gives all kinds of information. Like you see, it's 1,000 DPS for the encounter. You can actually go through, and this breaks it down into all kinds more information. Now this is all way deeper than you guys need to go. But if you notice on the outgoing damage, you can see the breakdown of like what that person's doing. So really important things to check for are the to hit percentage, to make sure you're actually hitting. If you're missing a lot, maybe you need to up your weapon skills. If you're hitting pretty much all the time, then your weapon skills are really good. You can see here it's 75 hits out of 79 swings. So I would say Quip has got a pretty good offensive capability. Good job. Alright, so something else you can see is and this is actually Twitzer person. You can go to their outgoing damage and actually see what they're doing for their damage. You can see it's pretty much half slash and half skin shredder. So maybe you're curious what skin shredder does. You can click on it, and you can actually go through and see who it's hitting. And it looks like it's hitting just about half the rate at a time. So maybe it's a frontal, and maybe all these people are standing in front. Maybe it's a side. But this will kind of give you some information on how to find that kind of information out. You go through and you find out what damage they're doing. Alright, let's say Skin Shredder was an AoE. Maybe it is an AoE. I don't actually know. Let's find out. So if you right click on it, you can calculate the spell timer. You can see that it hit once. You can see what time it hits. So it actually hits 19 seconds there, a minute there. So this will actually say that one time it hit at a minute and one time at 80 seconds. So if that was an AoE, you click send to timers, and it will say yes. Now it's forever in your timers. If you want to check your timers, you click on spell show timers right here on the right. This will bring up your spell timers window, and you can right click. These will be all the mobs that you can have timers for. These are the ones I have timers for. And here it is, skin shredder, 61 seconds. So now whenever that goes off, it will pop up there. But you guys are probably like, what is he even talking about? That's not what I came to this video for. I came to see how to parse DPS and HPS. Well, I'm glad you asked. So if you click on the show mini, it'll bring up your actual mini parse window. Now what that's going to look like will depend on your mini parse window output display. So I haven't actually set this up, waiting just for this video for you guys so we can go through this together. So mini parse text formatting, we're going to click add preset. This is going to be your main line. This is going to be your you actually see an example down here. So this will give you the duration, the title of the encounter, the DPS, and the max hit, and who did max hit. I think max hit is kind of garbage, so I remove it straight away. I'm not a big fan of that, but I will do encounter HPS because that matters a lot more. So we'll click that. That will be the HPS, and I like to put one of these in here. So the way you do that is you click on this, you click edit directly, and you add in a separator. Save. Alright, so now it should say the name of the encounter, how much damage the group did, how much healing the group did, and then this next line will be for the allies. So it'll be the name is the name 5. This N means new line, so if you don't have that one in, it'll jumble it all together. Then it's name 5, which means it'll only do the first 5 characters of that person's name. If you want the full name, you click on name and you add that. I think, or you can set down here how many characters you want to show. Name 5 works for me. If you have people who have the same first 5 letters, then they need to change their names. I mean, you can just show more characters. The reason you want to show only a few characters and not the whole thing is because the output will only let you do so many characters before it cuts off how much you can actually post it for. So there is a reason to keep it short. Alright, so DPS is cool, DPS is fine. I like to have more information in my groups. So I will add another separator. In fact, if you just click on the one that's already there, you can click append, and I'll add another one, append, add another one. So that's pretty handy because we're going to add 2 more. We're going to add encounter heals per second. We're going to append that. We're going to move it over. See how that works? It's pretty simple. And then we're going to have cures. Cure or dispel count. And we're going to click append. Now if you really want to get fun and it's a Drunken Friday, you can add one more that I like to add. It's a lot of fun. Every time somebody does this, they must drink. So you just click death, click append. So now the last one will be death. Now, one cool way to make sure people know when you're parsing what these things do, so you can do encounter HPS. Everybody can figure out DPS and HPS, but sometimes they lose you on the other ones. So what we're going to do is edit directly. We're going to say that this is cures and this is deaths. So that way people know what is going on. Very handy. Alright, so now we've got a full parse. I think this is really awesome. This is what I like to do. If you want to sort it by healers, you would just change it up to be sort by heals. We're going to keep it as DPS because only healers do that nonsense by sorting by DPS. We'll click add text. And now we'll drop down. We'll go to this new one we just created. Yep. Oh, yep. So replace it. So now also when text export, you would click to do the same one. Alright. So now our mini parse window and our export. So let's see what export looks like. If we were go to this fight and right click and click export to clipboard, we could now tell our group what it looks like, and it would look something like that. So if you can't see my chat window, it would look like that. So as you can see, nobody died, nobody cured, or at least not the top DPSers. They did not cure. So that's how you can now show your group what you're doing, and you can see for yourself in the mini parse window. And it will update automatically. So yeah, so those are the two easy ways, or the easy ways to find out what you're doing. If you go back to your options, there's some cool things you can actually do with this. So if you go back to miscellaneous, let's see, what is it? Configure. All right, this is something that's kind of cool. This is the frequency on how fast you want it to update. And this one's very important. The number of seconds to wait after the last combat action before beginning a new encounter. So this is the amount of time you have to look at the mini parse, see how the last encounter went, and then I keep it low. So if nobody does anything for 3 whole seconds, that encounter stops and then the new one begins. I keep it down to 3. I think default is like 5, which is way too high. Encounter culling. Yeah, see, if you just notice, there's so many. There's so many options, and you could be here all day long. And like, even just this one, like this is just a normal thing, but there's a whole other way that I'll go into in a later video if you guys want, on how to use the EQ, an in-game macro, to actually post parses. It'll actually give you a longer parse. It'll give you more control over it. It'll actually format it better. If that's something you guys are into, you can read the instructions down here how to do it, or I can go over them for you. Let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, that's a basic rundown on how to get your ACT up and running, and how to get, like, what some of the information actually is, and then how to actually display it. One last thing is custom triggers, and I will actually put this down the beginning of, or somewhere down below my video, will be this string. So this string, oh yeah, this is just, if you guys know anything about regular expressions, this can get to chaos. If you don't know anything about regular expressions, just copy and paste. So what you'll do is you'll take the information, I will copy this and I'll post it below. You want to put this in the text to speech, and you want to put the regular expression here, and you click add edit, and this will allow ACT to actually audibly tell you whenever somebody sends you a tell and who they were sending you a tell. So that information is, especially for people who have too many chat windows open and they totally miss the tells. If you're that person, please add this to your combat tracker, and it will help you a ton. All the necros and conjurers, I demand you actually have this, so that way when somebody sends you a tell saying give me a heart and shard, you can't say, oh, I didn't see your tell, my bad, bro. Well, anyways, that's it for today. I've got a raid to go to. Oh, speaking of raids, if you've made it to this part of the video, then you are way more dedicated than my average viewer. But lucky for you, I saved something for the end. This Wednesday, my guild is doing To Speak as a Dragon. We're going to do it from the very beginning all the way through to the very end. So if you would like to join us, we're going to be running around, probably 50 people, all running around doing this quest all at the same time. So if you don't have access or can't get to any of the spots where the hard runes are, don't worry, just stay with us. We're going down and we're mobbing the shit out of it. It's going to be a good time. That's this Wednesday. Let's see, what day is that? It's in like 2 days. Wednesday, April 10th at 6 p.m. Pacific. So if you're watching this video when I post it tonight or tomorrow, you're good. If you're watching it after that, Sorry you missed your chance. Hit me up on Discord. I'll let you know when we do it again. We'll probably do it again for alts on probably a Drunken Friday at some point coming up. Just get with me on Discord and we can see about getting you to speak as a dragon. That quest is a pain in the butt to do it solo, but it's actually a whole lot of fun to do it as a raid. We've done it before on other TLEs, and we're really looking forward to doing it again on this one. So until next time, guys, have a wonderful time and be safe out there. Bye.